Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Morning Medley number 244. Quick disclaimer at the top. I have not slept, so I may be a little drowsy. I may fumble my words or something like that in the stream. Just a little bit tired, but I'm okay. Hope everybody had a good Wednesday. Hope everybody had a good Wednesday last night. I'm gonna start the medley at the top. Good morning, Chibi Lucy. Good morning, Kyoya. Good morning, Liana. Good morning, Cyber. First song I'm going to be playing is called Union Station. It's named after the train station in downtown Los Angeles. What kind of chocolate, Chibi? I'm looking for I learned that song in a different key. Yeah, that song's called Union Station. Hi Cyberfusion, welcome. I hope you're doing okay today. Um, hmm, can relate, Buzz. Can relate to the time management issues. Hence why I have not slept. Hmm. GB Lucy, I'm trying to. Okay, so that song is for a project that I'm working on right now, and it was initially played here. It was initially played like beep, 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 beep. It was initially played there, right? Um, then I moved it up to here. And then when I was working last night, I was trying to fuse it with another song that was here, this song. I was trying to fuse it with that song. So I moved it up even higher from here to here. Then I can go. And then go immediately into that. And doing it in the different keys is doing my head in a little bit. Particularly that just that one part. It's once I learn it in one key, I forget it in all other keys. The part that goes, the part, the part that goes. Sorry, the part that goes. So it's a weird transition for my left hand to do, and so doing it in a different key. Oh, wow! I did it. That wasn't expecting to be able to do it, but you get the point that I'm making. Well, can I do it twice? Oh, I'm getting better at piano, guys. Weird. All right. This song sounds like a song from a Wii era JRPG. I'm all for it, says Buzz Buzz. Well, I never played any games on the Wii. Certainly not any JRPGs, but JRPGs music haven't really changed much in the past 30 years, so you could have really said anything, right? Could have said like a SNES art JRPG. But I digress. Hello, Jazz Cat Galaxy. Welcome back. This is one of the songs I play for the kids in the morning when they play in the classroom. Omnier music keeps them calm and happy. What is one of the songs? What are you playing for these children? Mm. Also, Killia. Yes, I have played Chrono Trigger. I'm ashamed to admit I never beat it. I got to the last boss. and I just gave up. I was very young. I was very young and not very good at games, so I never beat the game. But boy, did I love that game! Very good one. This song is Untitled. Oh no way! Whoa, Jazz Cat, that's actually really nice. Thank you. Hello, Dar. Thanks for making the time. I appreciate you. Ugh. I don't remember if I said hi to you, Dar. I think I said it in my head. If I didn't say it out loud. Hi, Dar. sounds fun, Isaac. I have all the trappings of a millennial high school. Well, I don't know what that means. Um, Zero work ethic, poor diet. Am I still in 5/4? suffer from it sometimes, right? Oh, goodbye, Lucy. Thanks for being in the stream. Oh crap! Did I miss a donation? Whose was it? Sorry. Whose was it? Whose was it? Hmm. Oh, did Jazz Cat leave? Thank you, Jazz Cat. Wherever you are. Oh, you're still here. Thanks, Jazz Cat. Also, thank you for playing my music for children. Hmm. Kids and music, kids listening to music is important to me because, I mean, music was around when I was a kid, and I want to believe that it had some type of subconscious effect on me and choices that I made later in life. I mean, I ended up making music, so maybe it had some kind of effect. But thank you, Jessica. I really do appreciate that. I don't remember actively liking music as a kid. I don't remember actively liking music. I don't remember teachers playing. Hold on, before I say something wild. I remember I had a PE teacher named Miss Pangrazy. Miss Pangrazy. I never had to spell it, so I have no idea how that's spelled actually. Only time I ever heard the name. Anyways, Miss Pangrazy used to play. I mean, you're in elementary school. All the PE teachers play music when they have you running around like, like jiggling ropes and throwing handkerchiefs and whatever else they have kids doing in PE. And I remember she would play a bunch of music, which was really cool. But one time, she played a song that was like, it was just like drum and bass, and it was very weird because I didn't know what that was. I don't know if she knew what that was. She might have just like bought some like energy CD, or something like that from the store. But I remember she played drum and bass and way later in life. When I heard drum and bass proper, I was like, oh, PE music. And I don't know where you are, Miss Pangrazy. You might be dead. Oh, that got dark. Anyways, thanks for playing my music for kids, Jessica. That's really cool because, I mean, I was once a kid listening to music, and to think that other people are also kids and listening to my music makes me feel good. Like a full circle or something. Kids love to dance and listen to the music. We got music culture in the class. That's important, Jazz Cat. Yeah, it's really important. They were just people. I wish I could go back, Jazz Cat. I wish I could go back in time and just be able to look at my teachers as human beings, because they were people. And honestly, sometimes I think back on some of my interactions with teachers and the way certain things went, and I'm like, that teacher was going through some stuff, you know? Like, sometimes I was just like, man, my teacher sucks, or my teacher's so mean. But that teacher probably had stuff going on, Anyways, hey, what's up, everyone? How are you doing? Welcome to Morning Medley number 244. A little sleep deprived today, so things have been sloppy. Things have been sloppy in the medley, but I appreciate you for making the time, as always, Erwin. How's music coming? How's music stuff going along for you? For sure, Jazz Cat. Teachers understand at some point that the student will realize this when they are adults. So don't feel bad. Yeah, right. It's like investing. You're playing the long game, Jazz Cat. I appreciate that. Some of my teachers I just straight up don't remember, but I do think that I wish that there was some type of good-natured way that I could contact all of my old teachers and just be, well, not all of them. Some of them, screw some of them, honestly, but I wish I could contact a lot of them and just be like, hey, look, I didn't, everything worked out okay. Did it though? I already played Love Letters. Alright, let's play Winter Heart. You know what would be really interesting? Learning Winter Heart in several different keys, because I feel like I probably wouldn't be able to play it easily at all. Like, I kind of run through Winter Heart because it's like a lot of white keys in the beginning, and then even after I start adding black keys, it's pretty methodical. There's a lot of like cadences and melodies that I use in Winter Heart that I don't use in any other song. It's particularly the like, ba, 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 that one. Hold on, let me get there. That one? Hear that? I have to start all over. That's weird for me. I never hit subway. I can't even hit. That's the one problem with Winter Heart. And Winter Heart in my head is one giant chunk of music. It's not in sections. There aren't really chords there. It's just one solid movement. So usually when I need to play one particular part of it, I can't just plug in and play it. I have to start from the top and then work my way to that one section of the song. That one. I don't really do that specific thing in a lot of my other songs, and that's unlike me. I kind of have like a few tricks up my sleeve, and this is an old, dusty, dirty sleeve, and these tricks are well worn, weather worn from years of love and use. Kyoya is leaving. Thank you. Thank you for your kind words and your time. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Okay. Ooh, lot letters. Lot letters. Josh says, play Billionaire. I can't just play Billionaire. Is that even one of my songs? I'm joking, Josh. I know what song you're talking about. It's off of Bloodstream, but give me a second, because I don't remember what it sounds like. But there's so many songs on that mixtape, guys. Heaven bless. Is that a thing to say? Bless every soul who listens to Bloodstream. Because I think that if somebody released an album today and I went to their Bandcamp and I pulled up this 33 long list, 33 songs of stuff, I'd be like, oh, there's no way. There's zero way in heaven. Who wanted this? Was it Josh? Was it you? Was that booted up? Is that it? Is that it, Josh? Oh, I actually learned it in like 2 seconds. Who loves you, Josh? Who listens to you? Billionaire. Billionaire. What is that sound? What is that voice sample from? Billionaire. Billionaire. I can't remember. Been watching Morning Medley 216 lately, says Josh Sanch. I love you, Josh. I don't remember what the heck that is. I don't remember what happened in that Morning Medley. I want... Oh, man. I don't remember what happened in Morning Medley 243, guys. 216. 216. Does anybody remember when I was in Arizona? Does anybody remember what numbers those were? Josh, you know what's funny? You know what's funny? You know why I appreciate you? Because I actually read all of my comments on YouTube. I don't have huge videos, so when I get a comment, I usually read it. And sometimes, not just you, but sometimes just people, will like comment on an old morning medley. But their comment doesn't like go into, it doesn't go into the chat thread like your comment is right now. It goes onto the comment of the video. Like I get a notification for it, and it's like sitting underneath the video. And sometimes people will comment things like, "Yo, I know, right?" Or they'll say, "Oh, that's a great point, Lindsay." And it goes out like zero context or whatever. And sometimes I'll reply to it like, "Yo, I have no idea what you're talking about." Like this morning medley was like 7 months ago. I don't know what the heck is going on. You were back in Arizona, says Jessica. Yeah, Jessica, I went back to Arizona for like a week of morning medleys. So there is a week of morning medleys that take place in Arizona on a different keyboard. Cool. This song. I do like that, right? It is like talking to a ghost, but that's a really good point, right? One day I'm gonna be dead, guys, and all these morning medleys are gonna be a little bit creepier. Whoa, where will the YouTube revenue go then? I guess to the government. I started using Fruity Slicer because of you. Hey, what's up, John Doe? Josh says, I started using Fruity Slicer because of you. Well, that makes me feel a little good, Josh. I assume that means that you were in one of the Friday production streams where I use quite a bit of Fruity Slicer. Um, yes, please have at it. Have at it. It's a fun, free, useful tool. What if I died, guys? And then the morning medleys kept happening. After I die, I'm gonna commission somebody to. I'm gonna commission somebody every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Just to have 2 hours of dead silence. Recorded of this piano, like morning medley. I don't know, morning medley like 2000 through 2500 is just going to be like 2 hours of dead silence on this keyboard every morning at 9 a.m. That's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's a shame I won't be around to see it. Oh, I'm sorry, Josh. I've bummed Josh out. I'll chill. This sounds like an episode of Black Mirror. Oh. Oh, hey, Crow. I didn't know you were here. How are you doing? Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. I'm sleepy. I'm sleepy. That's my excuse. Jesscat's still gonna watch it though, so somebody still cares about Dead Omni. No, I'll probably do something cool, guys. I'll probably do something cool. I mean, if I feel it coming, right? Like if I feel my body failing, I'll probably think of something to do for the morning medley. But if like a plane hits me or something like that, I probably won't have time to prepare anything. I guess that's Last Will and Testament type stuff, right? I don't know at what age or at what time in your life you. I guess if you're like an extreme sports person, you probably do your Last Will and Testament pretty early. I'm not. I'm not one of those. Hey, what's up, PY? When are we gonna get another producer stream? I seem to always miss them, says PY. PY, they always happen at the same time every week. They're always on Friday. They're always on Friday. So if you can come into the stream, tomorrow. Whoa, oh, it was a squirrel. Okay. that's fine. Squirrels? Wow, what an animal. We really knocked it out of the park with squirrels. We made those, right? Um, what? Oh yeah, Fridays, PY. They're pretty cyclical. So Monday through Thursday is this. You're looking at what it is. Usually a little bit more organized than today's, but Monday through Friday is this. Monday through Fridays is Venomade. I think that Monday through Thursday will remain to be this type of stream, and then on Friday it's a 6 hour long production stream. Um, I the reason I do that, PY and everybody, is I feel like everybody has a pretty wild, hectic life, right? I don't know what you guys got going on. You guys got jobs. You guys got girlfriends. You guys got kids. You guys got school. I don't know. I don't know what the world's like wherever you are, but you got stuff. Um, and so I understand that. I understand that. If anybody, Cyber was one of them, but for anybody who wasn't around for the streams before 244 streams ago, it used to be slightly less regular. I used to kind of start it around a certain time, and some days I just wouldn't do it. If I wasn't feeling like it, I wouldn't do it. There was no real announcement. It was kind of like, hey, you get the notification I'm going live. Hopefully you have time to come in. And then once I started realizing, I was realistic, and I said, Omni, what is something you care about? And I said, you know what I super care about? Freaking $2 slices of pizza. There's a place called Pizzanista that's in downtown Los Angeles, and every Tuesday they have $2 slices of Pizzanista. And I thought about it, and I said to myself, well, what if it wasn't on Tuesday? What if it was just whenever Pizzanista wanted it to be? What if one day it was Monday? What if one week it was Friday? What if one week they had it for 3 days in a row? What if they didn't have it for a whole week? You know? It would be very difficult for me, Dar, to get that $2 slice of pizza because I would be at the whim, the whimsy. Is whim short for whimsy? No, that doesn't make any sense. It's not. I would be at the whim and whimsy, two separate things, of Pizzanista. I wouldn't be able to go and schedule my life around the $2 slice. So, I said to myself, everybody's got a busy life. People aren't always going to be in the mood to hear me play piano. People aren't always going to have time to hear me play piano. People aren't always going to be awake to hear me play piano. So I said, you know what? I have to have a schedule so that people will know when it happens, so that they can make time for it if they wanted to. And the schedule couldn't be too complicated. It couldn't be like 9 a.m. on Mondays, noon on Tuesdays, 3 p.m. on Thursdays, not at all on Fridays. I said, we're going to do it like school. We're going to go Monday through Friday, weekends off, 9 a.m., because that's when my neighborhood tends to be the quietest. Yeah. I don't know how many of you are around for the evening streams when I used to do evening streams, but it was funny, but it was very noisy. My neighborhood does have a lot of sound in the evening, so I chose to do it in the morning at the top of my day, and I do it every weekday. So yes, PY and everybody. That is why I have the schedule, the rigid schedule that I have, because I understand everybody's life is complicated, and it's easier if I'm consistent. It's easier for people to just like catch like 1 or 2 streams a week than it is for them to try to specifically catch the only 1 or 2 streams a week. If that makes sense. Also, the reason that I do a 6 hour long production stream is because that's how long I produce. I don't know how people do like 1 hour production streams. I honestly don't know how people do it. I think the only way that I would be able to do a 1 hour production stream is if I scripted it. have some friends who script their streams, which is actually pretty cool. Maybe I should do that, but I don't. Hi, Lindsay. Good morning. But the only way that I would be able to have a conducive, you could work on one song, and that's it. Yeah, exactly. I could only work on one song, and I feel like I would have to script it. I feel like I would have to some degree, prep the song. Like, okay, here's a good idea. All it needs is chords and a bass line, both of which I already kind of feel like I know what I'm going to do. And then I turn on the camera and I go, here's a song, and then I start, adding the things that I know are going to fit. I think that's the only way that I could do an hour-long production stream and actually have it be somewhat entertaining. Because I think if I did limit myself to 1 hour and I got on into that production stream, there is a very good chance that I will get on and kind of just make noises for 40 minutes and then talk and lollygag for 20 minutes, and the hour will be up and no song will have been made. So I usually do the longer streams so that I can give myself time to kind of capture little gems and nuggets along the way. Dar says, on every third Wednesday, Omni writes a song only using the dialogue of different MCU film. That sounds like a nice Disney lawsuit. On every fourth Wednesday, he only plays the Tamarine. Oh, I have a funny Tamarine story. Well, it's not funny, but... I'm moving on. It's kind of bad when they overlap. Oh, yes, that would be bad. Tamarine and MCU. I thought that Tamarine was a religious tool. I thought it was like a Tamarine was like prayer beads. And I can remember the first time that I saw a Tamarine outside of a church setting and how confused I was that the people weren't singing about God. I had only ever seen a Tamarine in church. I'm not sure where the cultural origin of the Tamarine is, like where it actually comes from. But in my timeline, in my life, it only existed in churches. Okay, boy. Josh says, are you happy, Omni? I'm sleepy. I'm sleepy, Josh. Just realized I got lied to about my senior year of high school. It'll be easy. Please tell me it'll get more chill after high school. Hey, Erwin. Life just keeps getting harder and harder and harder. No, that's not true. That's not true, Erwin. I'm joking. My senior year was pretty easy, but that's because I wasn't trying to achieve anything except for an exit, a swift and easy exit. So that's why my senior year was easy. I had gotten the credits I needed, and I was just kind of coasting through my senior year. And I was also working a full-time job, so just wasn't on campus that often. But I would say, Erwin, that life is going to get harder, but in like a different way, right? So I'm not trying to be dark or upset you at all. I would say that there are a lot of really cool things that happen after high school, but I would be lying if I say my life got easier after high school. I think that the reason high school was hard, I'm going to say this, and I hope it makes sense, Erwin. The reason that high school was hard is because everybody was telling me what I needed to do, and I didn't want to do it. That was honestly why it was hard, for me personally. People were telling me what I needed to do to, like, succeed in the high school setting, and I just didn't want to do those things. There were things I wanted to do, and they weren't those things. And so a lot of the difficulty in high school was doing things that I didn't really feel any motivation or passion or desire to invest myself in. Post high school, I would say the big difficulty for me was no one telling me what I needed to do to succeed, and me kind of randomly running around aimlessly trying out things. And some things obviously didn't work, some things did. school feels more like structured chaos, and then post school in general feels more like free range, cage free, brown egg chaos. So I wouldn't say it gets easier, but you're doing great, Erwin. You're doing great. You haven't collapsed or like disintegrated yet, and so that's always a good sign. Lumby says, I only went to school 3 days a week my senior year, so I was pretty sick. Yeah, I was kind of in that same boat. I went 4 days a week, but still. I wasn't there for the entire time. Um, hmm. Hmm. Interesting. Anyways, I hope that is helpful, Erwin. You're killing it. Hiccups, really? So I didn't sleep last night. And the reason I didn't sleep is because I was working on a variety of projects. And one thing, without talking about it too much, because NDAs are a thing. I suppose I had to I had to write a song. I had to write music. I basically had to score somebody. I'm not going to say I was scoring somebody having a mental breakdown, but I was like scoring a very chaotic narrative moment. And I think it made me think for a second. Okay. It made me think for a second because I was doing some like I wish I could show you guys song. I wish I could show you guys the project because I did something that I really really liked. Because a lot of my music is very chord heavy and it's melody driven, and this particular thing was a little bit more mood driven, and it's almost like it's disturbing and like kind of creepy and not scary, but just unsettling and unnerving, and it was so much fun for me to make. However, as I was making it, I did feel like my mental and emotional like state sliding into the zone, like the mood I was creating with the music, which typically does not happen to me. Like when I make happy music, it doesn't really make me happy. When I make sad music, it doesn't really make me sad. But I was making this, and I was actually getting like creeped out in my own room. And it made me think about like all the people that have to make soundtracks for stuff like horror films or like sci-fi thrillers. And I'm like, yo, when they're like up at 3 a.m. crunching because they have deadlines and they're just in the zone and they're like in their art, I wonder if they fall in it. Sometimes when you're working on music, it feels like you're standing on the edge of like this canyon and you're like doing stuff. Not a canyon. Scratch that. I just get to that analogy. You're like making soup. You're like making a stir fry or something like that. You're like chopping up the chords and you're mixing them in there and you have like some melody and you're pouring in the melody and you're stirring it up. And sometimes you kind of like accidentally fall into it. You like fall into your own soup and then you're in there. You're the soup all of a sudden. I tell you, it's a very slippery slope, and I fell full head, like I fell in it last night, and wow, wow, was that not fun or good? Anyways, what song are you talking about? Says PY. Just some song I'm working on. It doesn't have a name. Cyber said I went to Boston for my grad degree and got my undergrad in Georgia Tech in Atlanta. Ooh, Boston. I do love me Boston. I love me some Boston. Boston's a pretty awful place a lot of the time, but a lot of cool culture to be had there. Who doesn't like Boston baked beans? Who doesn't like Dunkin' Donuts? Who doesn't like Harvard? Who doesn't like... I already said Boston baked beans, didn't I? Jazzcat says method acting. Oh, this is a very good example. Oh, that's a very good example. I would say that method acting is more susceptible to this, more dangerous, like as an actor, because you're really having to like, jump into this body and be this person. It's more susceptible. Actors are more susceptible to that, I'd say, than musicians. But I definitely like, I've never, because make I make very like light mooded music. I usually like doing scoring is a little bit different than making albums. I hope that makes sense, guys. Scoring is different than songwriting. Songwriting, I can write it and not fall into it. Scoring, I'm gradually discovering is a little bit more of a dangerous, dangerous thing to do, especially when it's late at night and you're sleep deprived. Um, I'm talking about a song that I'm making. PY. Well, not really a song I'm making. I'm talking about scoring. It's scoring. I'm scoring something. We all know what scoring is here, right? I'm gonna I'm gonna assume one out of the 12 people in here don't know what scoring is. I'm gonna talk to that one person. So, scoring is when you write music to things. You're writing music to animation. You're writing music for a video game. You're writing music for a TV show. It's just to enhance a scene, enhance a mood. I'm scoring something right now, and that's what I've been working on for like the past forever. Feels like now. Um, and just a particular scene that I was scoring was upsetting me. Hmm. Whoa. I've cried animating before, says Dark. I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing at you, Dark. I'm not laughing at you. I'm like thinking about all the dumb things that I've like nearly cried while doing. Did I tell you about guys about that time that I almost cried while watching Dumb and Dumber? I was in a very compromised state, and I was looking at Dumb and Dumber, and I almost started crying. We're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good, actually. Mm. What scene made you emotional? Hey, you know that scene when you know that scene when, oh, you know what? If I watched it right now, I might actually get like really emotional. I don't know why. There's like a scene where Dumb and Dumber are in like their apartment, and it's like their bird's dead or something. I guess spoilers if you haven't seen Dumb and Dumber. Their bird's dead or something like that. I mean, this might not even be spoilers because I might be misremembering certain details, but like their bird's dead. I don't remember exactly what exactly is happening, but I remember Lloyd's character being like fed up, just being like, "Yo, we have to get out of here. Like, I can't live like this anymore. Like, we can't just keep doing this." And it was this. It was like I can't tell if it was actually supposed to be funny, but it's kind of what like sparks their journey through the movie. He's like he's like so fed up. He's just like I'm doing the same thing every like we can't do that. And it was just so I was like, "Oh my god, yes, Lloyd, we can't. I'm so sick of this." Every day it was so relatable. A lot of that movie actually is very relatable. When you just like get to the I don't know, the emotional crux of Lloyd. I mean, and his friend. It's a movie about friendship, right? But that scene, I was just like, God dang. PY's cried from a meme before. Nobody says, I think I've gotten lost while making a Moon music video. Don't remember what I felt like, though. Hmm. Everyone says, I don't know about anyone else, but I kind of want to do almost everything art related. I want to animate, want to make music, want to be an actor, everything. Is it only me? No, it's not only you. A lot of people are kind of like that. I have a lot of friends that are like that. I think, um, I think the trick to that, coming from somebody that only does one thing well and everything else in their life horribly, is probably that you should get pretty good at one thing and then get pretty good at two things and then do it that way. I have some friends that are kind of like that to a fault where they're like, oh, I want to make music, I want to make music, and then they see somebody shooting like a music video, then they buy a camera and they're like, I want to do that, and it's just like, yo, you should like get one thing, you know dope, and then maybe then like try to add other things. Like obviously like my initial thing was um making music, like songwriting. Like I wanted to make songs. And then I got into actually performing music. And then if we want to escape music, because a lot of my skills are music based, then I got into editing video, which, a lot of people, especially in the year 2020, who are just, putting out like funny videos and TikToks. Video editing is not some like super easy, point and click thing. It does take time to learn how to do. And I would hope that even in my videos, you've seen a gradual incline in quality, so I got into like shooting video, like what I actually wanted things to look like. I remember people being like, um, take this photo, and I take a photo of them, and they come and look at the photo, and they go like, no, I don't like this. And in my brain, I was like, what do you mean? It's a photo of you, because I never had that vision, that like artistic vision when it came to photography. For me, it was like I captured it, let's go. I think I slowly started for videography. I started like having a vision. For the Quarantunes, I don't know, Erwin, if you've seen the Quarantunes videos that I put out, but like if you look at the Quarantunes videos, like a lot of those were like several takes, several shots, because I did have like a vision of what I wanted things to look like, what I wanted things to feel like, how I wanted things to flow. And that was kind of my second thing. I think if I had a third thing, it probably wouldn't be animation. Animation is like a lot. I respect all my animator friends, but animation is a lot of dedication and time. And I feel like if I wanted to get as good at animation as I would want to be in order to share my animations with people, I would actually have to effectively stop putting out music regularly for several years. So probably not animation. I think the next thing that I would want to get good at artistically, crap. Maybe I don't. I think I'm tapped out, guys. Oh, no, that's not true. I do. No, no, I don't care. Dar says you could sync things to your songs. Word. A lot of recording artists have probably cried due to writing lyrics. You write less and produce more, which might be why you're not so emotionally invested when you make songs. I mean, I appreciate you saying that, PY, but have you heard Ego Death? have you listened to my have you listened to like Ego Death and Quick Breath? Like all those songs are very lyrical. I hear what you're saying. Like I'm not like in the stream singing to all you guys, but um, have you listened to my most recent album or my most recent two albums or something? Uh, I I do write a lot. It's just I don't know. Even when I'm writing that stuff, I'm not you know on the verge of tears or whatever. Usually a lot of the stuff that I'm writing, um, PY. The reason for that is because a lot of the stuff that I'm writing is like past things. Usually, I'm not going through things, PY, and then writing music about it while I'm going through it. A lot of times, writing the song is like the last step of something being upsetting for me. Oh, he's back. Um, so it's usually like horrible thing happens. I'm upset. I take time, try to get over it. I look back at it and go, "Wow, that was the thing," and then I write a song about it, and then that's like the cap. That's like the cap. When I write a song about it, and now I'm done with it. But yeah, I think that's usually why I'm not like crying while doing my lyrics. But I do write a lot of lyrics, PY. Most of my output now, music wise, is lyrical. I mean, even the Quarantunes. I don't think that there's a Quarantune song that. No, that's not true. French Lavender does not have any lyrics in it. French Lavender doesn't have lyrics, but yeah, most of the Quarantunes even have lyrics on them. Yeah, even besides Ego Death, if you listen to like Quick Breath, also very lyrical. Um, all those songs got lyrics. And then even if you listen to releases before that, you listen to like Daydream. Can you make a vanilla with the side of keyboard 244? Keyboard 244, I'm going to guess, is a guitar. I'm going to hazard a guess and say it's some type of guitar. I hear you, PY, though. I hear what you're saying. My older music definitely is more instrumental, but I was talking about more of my like recent music when I was talking about like being emotional writing stuff, like stuff that I put out in the past like 3-ish years. But definitely, yeah, not when we're talking about like Bon Bon or something like that. Like that stuff doesn't have any lyrics on it. It's a muted guitar, which actually, I mean, sounds horrible, but something really cool about the muted guitar. Something really cool about the muted guitar is how poor it sounds on this keyboard, which is a Yamaha keyboard, and how good it sounds on that keyboard, my MX61, which is also a Yamaha keyboard that I use in the production streams. It's interesting to see how like time changes things. Hi, Jevly. Well, I haven't played this on a minute. I haven't played it in too long, so I've forgotten it. I've forgotten that part anyway. Who makes this Bowen type sound? No. No, no, it wasn't gonna be this Bowen type sound. My eyes aren't trash. I like the muted guitar. I could make it work, says. I appreciate that. I appreciate your confidence in me. Hello, Jesse. Hello, Jesse. Oh, okay, I know what you. Oh, word. I also usually don't write about something until after it's happened, after I'm over it. Word, PY. Word. It's dangerous. I don't want to write about something while I'm still going through it because I might say something wild. I might look back on that song and be like, oh, uh-oh. Should have put that on SoundCloud. But for the most part, I don't really look back at my music and think that. Other than it just being embarrassing that it's old, right? Like, Jolly Pop's embarrassing because it's old. Okay, I'm gonna get through this. Ooh, bad move on. No, wow, it's that one chord. Hold on, Cyber. Why did I ever play that chord? Having to relearn your own stuff is like the most bizarre feeling. Whenever I have to relearn one of my songs and I'm struggling, I can feel it. I can feel a past version of myself laughing. Like I'm just like, who is that guy? Why is he able to do this and I can't? Has a lot of music box quality to it, says John Doe. Indeed. The twanging quality of the guitar is giving me Dre vibes. I'm gonna kill that chord progression. Just like how I killed freaking what's that? That's a dropout. It is cool. It is cool enough. one. Oh, thanks, Lindsay. Guys, I'm so sleepy. This is criminal. Oh, you were the one that requested it. Oh, or did somebody else? I didn't see it. I didn't see your request. I feel bad that I did it in such a shoddy way then. What happened to the one that I liked? Hold on. My hands feel so heavy. I feel like I'm lifting weights right now. All right. Jazzcat said Vanilla is emotional to them. Vanilla is a very, very sad song. Hmm. 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 How do you write? How do you write? Do I have any fictional songs? I was thinking, like, how do you write? Like, I know a lot of people write songs about things, but there's a lot of professional songwriters that just write songs, you know, like, ooh, come on, baby, shake that crazy body. I don't know how to, like, write, like, cool songs like that. I have the, like, do the shuffle, do the bop, and the bounce to bounce song. I guess I can't write fictional songs. It's just sometimes I think about all my songs that, like, mean things, and they're all about people. And I can't do that forever, right? I'm eventually gonna run out of people, right? What's a fictional song? Says Cyber. What's a fictional song? Do I have any released fictional songs? Spring in my step. No, that's real. Do I have any fictional song? I guess I don't. But I want to start releasing more fictional songs. I want to start releasing more like love songs or breakup songs that like aren't about anybody. They're just to they're free to be associated with anything that the listener chooses. And I have no emotional connection or ties to them at all. You've got Speed Dream, says PY. Very good point, PY. Speed Dream is extremely fictional. However, I didn't really write any of the lyrics for that. I wrote the dialogue. I guess that counts. Fuge wrote lyrics on it, Abby Press wrote lyrics on it, and Moist Breezy are the three songwriters on hand for Speed Dream. I want to make one of those songs with like gibberish lyrics one day, says Umbe. Sounds fun. I wouldn't know anything about that. Young Skirt is still around, says Cyber. Young Skirt is super around. I love that man. I love that man from the bottom of my little trash heart. From the moment he moved here from sweet Atlanta. I remember the day he moved here. Oh, we used to hang. We used to hang and eat chicken. And watch movies and stuff. Good guy, good guy. Good guy, Skirt. I think we played Mortal Kombat or something like that last time. Anyways, why are we talking about him? Oh, I made a song with him. And you know what's really funny? Technically, that's a fictional song. My lyrics are about a thing. My lyrics are important. My lyrics are very important. They're about real life events. Skirt is very, very good at writing lyrics that are just very, very like he just puts them out there. He just right. I even asked him This might be sharing too much, but not necessarily. If you've heard the song Uber de Cerritos, then maybe it'll make sense. If you haven't, this is fine. But I remember asking him like what the lyrics meant, and he was just like, I don't know. I was just like, I came up with the melody, and then I was just kind of like saying words, and I was like, oh, well, I can work with this. And then I just kind of contextualized them in my own life, and then I wrote a second verse around them. Jazz Cat's internet went out. Oh, I'm sorry. PY says, Fuchs wrote Swerve and Protect, right? Yes. Fuchs wrote that song. I gave Fuchs one prompt, and then Fuchs wrote an entire. Fuchs is a freaking king. That man's royalty. Anyways, oh. Okay. Alright. Alright. Okay. Well, that being said, I don't want to say cockatoo twins. Cool. I see that word. I see that word, and I'm always afraid to say it out loud because I don't know that I'm saying it right. I always say cockatoo, but I just feel like that's wrong. Cockatoo. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We're doing great. I'm doing great. On such little sleep. Oh, where's the honky tonk sound? Where's the honky tonk sound? Do I plan on taking a nap or staying up? Asks Lindsay. Well, I'm not done working. I didn't finish. So right after the stream, it's a back to work, baby. And then I have a meeting at 2 p.m. That should last about 2 hours. And then... Wow. Sorry. Ugh. And then I scheduled a flu shot which is like weird because I know that's like not what's happening now, but my flu shot's free because of stuff, and if I don't get it, then I won't get it, you know. So I have to go do that. That's at 5, and then the presidential debate is today at some time. So I also need to watch that, and then after that, maybe sleep. I don't know. I don't know. I might after that. I might start chopping and organizing samples from the sample server on Discord because there's a production stream tomorrow and I have to be prepped for that. So I'll probably just end up waiting until tonight to go to sleep. Anybody drink a yerba mate in the stream? Anybody familiar with and maybe a fan of yerba mate? Do you still add people on PSN, says JazzCat Galaxy? I remember you posted this once on Insta and I wanted to add you and forgot. Yeah, you can still add me on PlayStation. I like hide my activity because I don't know. People made me feel weird. I don't know. I didn't like every single time like I just wanted to play a game and like relax. Like I get like messages of people that are like, "Yo, I see you on blank," and I was just like, "Man, what the heck? Let me live." And so I did hide my activity, but you can still add me. Um, Sever says that's not the question. The question was, are you going to rest? There will always be work. I'll rest tonight. I'll rest when dead or whatever. What do the cool people say? Rest is for the wicked. I'll rest when I'm dead. Uh, yerba mate. Let me get some. Yeah, yerba mate is great. I only drink. I only have drinking yerba mate in one. I only drink it in one scenario, and it's if I'm driving from LA to San Francisco, I'll drink it, and if I'm driving from San Francisco to LA, I'll drink it. And no other times in my life will I allow myself to drink it, but I might need some today. I might need some. But yeah, Urban Mate is great. Jazz Cat and Jesse. Yeah, it's good stuff. I feel like those debates just make me stressed and mad. What debates? Yeah, that's a fun part. Oh, the presidential debate. Yeah, okay, so there's one of those today. Oh, I said that. Oh, that's what you're talking about. That's why you're even talking about it. Yeah, the debates just make me stressed and mad. The debates make me. Hmm. The debates make me. I mean, any type of political stuff in the country is very frustrating, but I think that the debates. I feel compelled to be informed on what's happening. That's one thing. That's one half of it, right? Like, I do watch the news because I just, like, kind of want to know what's going on, right? Why does anybody watch the news? It's like, I live in this country. I would like to know, what states are opening and what are the COVID numbers looking like? And is the forest still burning? Did they find a puppy in that 7-Eleven garbage can? You like look at your stories, you stay somewhat informed. In a world where I very rarely go outside and interact with the world, I'm trying to look at the news, and I'm also not like on Twitter. So I'm literally an old person now. All of my all of my news and like current events is literally coming from like the news. I can remember like looking at people go and like, or even like looking at my dad read the newspaper and thinking to myself like, yo, that's old. Like, it takes them forever to print that stuff. Like, I already read that stuff on freaking like Twitter or whatever. Like, I don't know, like 4 days ago. It's old news, baby. Like, I already know it. And now I'm like so tired and exhausted of Twitter, which was my news source, that I'm actually looking at the news, guys. It happens. I've turned into a news person. And so, yeah, that's one reason that I watch the debates, right? I just want to know what's going on. Second reason why I watch the debates is because I don't watch sports, so this is like the closest thing I have to like an event to watch. I know that sounds really sad and like, just sad, I guess. That sounds really sad because it's not a game, it's the future of the nation, but it's like the only like event thing that happens that I seem to care about. And then the third reason I guess I'm watching it is because I think I'm witnessing a very important shift. Ugh, I don't want, this is not a political stream, but I think I'm witnessing a very important shift, not in this election, not even in this year, but just in this like time. I'm seeing the United States do this pivotal shift that I think far in the future people will look back on this and go like, yeah, that's when it happened. Like around there, like 2016 to like 2028 was like the time that America kind of, did the thing. And so I'm like trying to pay as much attention as possible to like, not everything, right? I'm not trying to burn myself out, but I'm trying to like actually look at like, okay, he's over here doing this guy comes from here. Oh, this city that's always been this way is kind of shifting into this. Oh, San Francisco is gradually evolving into this type of beast. Oh, Jeff Bezos he's got robot arms. He's building a giant like Lex Luthor like mech suit. I'm just trying to like pay attention to things because I feel like one day if the plane doesn't hit me, I'm gonna be old, right? Like if I'm allowed to like live, I'm going to be old, and somebody's going to come to me. Some kid's going to be like, oh, "How did how did King Bezos and royal advisor Elon Musk take over the country?" And I just don't want to be like that old man that goes like, "Well, I don't know, man. Like, I was ordering my Tesla from Amazon Prime, and the next thing I knew, like they were king." Like, I don't want to be that guy. I want to actually be like, "Yeah, it happened. We watched it happen. I watched it happen. I was informed. I was just powerless." I don't know what's worse, being informed and powerless, or happy and ignorant. I don't know, and also powerless. Jeff Lee got a kick out of Jeff and Alexi. Yo, I don't know if you guys saw that video, but it was just like these big robot arms, and Jeff Bezos was like controlling them with like these little like tech gloves, and I was like, oh, it's over. It's over. He's gonna kill me. Uh, anyways, class consciousness is becoming a thing, says Lindsay. Yeah, can't wait until I'm an old wise man. Gonna be sick, says Umbe. Hopefully we pivot in the other direction, says Lindsay. Yeah. Yes. It's never too late. It's never too late. Especially for hope. Not holding my breath, says Umbe. Yeah, me neither, but you know. Sorry, PY. Definitely not trying to be political. This is not what this stream is for. I'm not saying anything, you guys. All I'm saying is I'm just paying attention now because I feel like it's a pretty important time to pay attention. I feel like a lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people have kind of chilled on paying attention for the past maybe decade, maybe even 2 decades. Like people were just like chilling and not really looking. And I feel like now I want to look more than I ever. Or you can be informed and just a little empowered. This is true, Lindsay. I want to hear the debate, but with Omni making those voices. I don't know if you're gonna do a debate watch. Do you want to hop on Discord? No. Here's the thing. Here's how I would like to watch the debate. This is how I'm going to watch the debate. I am going to get a hot and ready, probably. Maybe a Jamaican patty. I'm going to get a ginger beer. And I'm going to sit down, and I'm not going to be working on anything. I will have all of my keyboards covered up, and I'm not going to, I'm not going to get mad, I'm not going to get angry. Because I know if I watch the debate with like a group of people, there's going to be somebody that's like reacting. Oh, there's going to be, what a nice lady. I guess she likes me now. That's cool. She never used to like me. What was I saying? I'm going to get hammered and I'm going to get ready to laugh, says John Doe. Yeah, well, at least they added a mute button, right? So that should add some more control over the debate. Lindsay says Jamaican patty. Yeah, it's like a little, think of like a Hot Pocket, but with like culture in it. Lana says, oh, I missed the Jamaican Patty saga. They're spicy and yellow. That's, yeah. Yes, actually. Yeah. Think of a yellow Hot Pocket that's spicy. I did say Hot Pocket with culture. My bad. I hope that wasn't offensive to anybody. It's a pocket. It's like a bread pocket, and there's like meat, like spicy meat inside. I couldn't think of another way to say it. There is definitely better ways to say it. It's like a pupusa, but Jamaican. It's like an empanada, but bigger and flatter and spicier and Jamaican. It's like a pasty, but brown people made it. It's like a, wow, we have a lot of these, I guess. A dumpling? It's like a pork dumpling, except dry and spicy, and someone brown made it. Oh god. John Doe says they are gross, but White Castle sliders are actually good. Wait, did I miss something? Are you saying Jamaican patties are gross, John Doe? My bad. I like them. I mean, I guess yeah. I can see how it could be an acquired taste, but I do like it. I do like I do like them a lot. But honestly, John Doe et al. If you take any meat and you put it in a pocket that won't spill and you hand it to me, there's like no way I'm not gonna eat that. Pupusas, empanadas, burritos, pasties, dumplings, patties, like all good for me. When I went to Korea, they gave me a sandwich that was like completely encased. It was like a bubble of bread and chicken and veggies are inside. Oh, pork bun is also like that if you have Japanese pork buns. I'm done talking about food. I've never had what you're talking about. I'm sure it's delicious as John Doe. Oh, word up, word up, word up. I like them, but the ones I've had are just too dang spicy. There's no such thing. Oh, I love how spicy it is. It's so spicy. Okay, Jeff Lee says, my family's Jamaican and my brother loves Hot Pockets, and I never made that connection before. Patties are probably the basis of his love for Hot Pockets. Ooh. Happy to enlighten, Jeff Lee, but yeah, I mean, I hate Hot Pockets. I really don't like those things. Why did we make those? It would be so cool if America had, like, their version of, well, corn dog? No, that's weird. I'm done talking about that part. Speaking of spicy, I had the best Nashville hot chicken last night. It made me happy to be alive. That sounds good. That sounds good. I went to a Filipino restaurant the other day that was really close to. I can't believe that lady likes me now. You know, people can grow, guys. People can grow. Everything I order, they tell me it's spicy and it never be. Yo, Jazzcat, if I could give you a high five right now, I just want you to feel the mental high five I'm giving you because that is my life. My life is ordering things called spicy and it not being spicy. So when I want spicy food, I either need to go to a Jamaican restaurant, some Mexican restaurants, some Korean people know what spicy is. They do it. Indian spice is weird. Indian spice you know, doesn't taste good. I'm sorry. Back up. It doesn't taste spicy. It tastes good, but it doesn't like taste spicy. It's like, this is good. And then like my stomach will be upset, implying spice. But I like the heat in here. I like the heat up in here and like in my whatever. Anyways, I want to die from spice if I'm ordering spicy food. Amen to that. John Doe. There's an Indian food. Hot pockets. Sometimes get from the store is pretty good. Indian food hot pocket sounds dope. I've heard some restaurants lower the spice level if the person is white. I to that to that to that thought. I don't get frustrated at restaurants for having spicy things that aren't spicy because I understand that if McDonald's or Burger King or Jack in the Box served up spicy chicken and it was actually as spicy as like Nashville hot chicken, people would complain. I just think in America we have a lower spice tolerance. So if you have a big enough chain like Jack in the Box serving spicy chicken that is as spicy as like Nashville hot, I think that Jack in the Box may get like a lawsuit even of somebody being like, "Yo, this like, I felt like I was gonna die. You know, this isn't good. You're killing people." I think that that's what happened. I feel it and tell them to make extra spicy when I think they're going to complain. I think it's trying to be cool. Yeah. Usually I like it when I ask for spicy food and they kind of give me that disclaimer. Usually I'll go for it. Moonbase says I found out like last month that I enjoy the pain I experienced from eating spicy stuff and I still don't know what to do with this realization. Well, you could always eat spicy food. That's what I do. Basically, if you work in food service and people say spicy and then complain, so they're scared of making it spicy. Absolutely, that's kind of what I was getting at. Um, yeah, I usually order the spiciest thing places have. However, this got me in trouble one time. This got me in trouble one time, and I know exactly how to get back to this place. There's this ramen place in Tokyo that's right underneath. It's like an Akihabara, and it's underneath the train. It's a very small restaurant, and it's like gimmicky spicy ramen. And I remember going there, and they have like spice levels 1 through 10, but like this place was specifically spicy or whatever. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna do the 10. I'm not crazy. I feel like that's not even food at that point. That is poison. So I'm going to order a. I think I did 8, 7 or 8. But the thing that I ordered still was like I was able to eat it and I finished it, but I wasn't having a good time. I was eating it because I paid for it. I was not having a good time. John Doe says I had some ramen in Japan that was really spicy. It was amazing. I forget the place or even where I had it. It was a long time ago. Or maybe we went to the same place. Who knows? That'd be kind of fun. Hello, Cloudless. Shut the cluck up. That's funny. I think I never judge people for how they react to spice. I know spice is different for all people. For example, my roommate doesn't. I brought them home some Nashville chicken, and it was too much for them, spice level. And I'm like, I get it. Everybody's body reacts differently. A lot of spice for me is all up here, and then like right here. But some people are like, yo, I ate this Nashville hot chicken and I was like in the bathroom for like 4 hours. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's not me. That's not me. Play a spicy song, says Jazz Cat. I don't think I have any spicy music. Spicy, I have like the closest thing I have to spicy is probably Chaser, just because the chords are fun. I love crunchy chords, guys. How did I write that? I gotta get back on the groove. I gotta get back over there. Cloudless is leaving. Oh. Well, I hope you finish all your work, Cloudless. Thanks for being in for a while. Hello, Rem, for coming in for the final moments of the stream. Ooh, that'd be kind of cool. It's like the theme of spicy food or the theme of like spicy reaction. Race to the bathroom. Did I tell you about my friend who? Oh no, that's mean. I don't want to do that. Anyways, I went to a spicy restaurant with my friend, and they had a very bad time. And they had a very bad time. And they ditched me to like find a bathroom. Like we were like on the subway, and they left me on the subway. Like they got off before our stop, and I just never saw. Well, I didn't never see them again. Saw them again in like a few months, but yeah, they had a bad time. Chaser type beats. Chaser type beats, rough. I would have never released Chaser. The only reason I released Chaser is because Eddie wanted me to. I feel like I'm at a dim light restaurant by myself without looking at menu. Give me the spiciest thing you have. Oh, you got. Ooh, Jazz Cat. Oh, congratulations, Buzz Buzz, on finishing physics. Congrats. Guys, I have some releases out. One of the releases is called Signals. There's a song on Signals called Love Letters. If you like bebop jazzy type music, then go listen to that. I'm really proud of it and worked really hard on it. I also have another EP called House of Omni. There's a song on that that I made with a gentleman named Ethan. I've also sampled this song twice now. The reason it's called House of Omni is because I was making songs exclusively with people that lived in my apartment. So go listen to that EP when you get a chance. Also, there's another EP that's more experimental called Tall Tales. I have a song off of it called Beneath the City that I wrote while I was in New York City about the subway system there. LA also has a subway system. If I wrote the song about the LA subway system, it would be slightly different. New York subway system, particularly, the one thing that kind of grabs me about it over LA subway system is LA has free transfers. When you have a metro system that has free transfers, you can go wherever you want, right? You can get on the subway, get off the subway, walk 9 blocks, get on a bus, take that bus up to here, walk 2 blocks, get on a train, take the train somewhere else, and all the transfers are free for up to 2 hours. This causes there to not be like transfer tunnels. In New York, once you exit the subway system, you cannot get back in for free. There are no free transfers in that regard. You must stay in the system. So a lot of New York subways have these like underground tunnels to get from one line to another line so that you don't need to surface, avoiding an extra fee. And that causes a really cool system of tunnels that LA doesn't really have, like walking tunnels. Like in New York, you can spend your entire commute can be spent underground in tunnels with no sun. And so I wrote the song Beneath the City, which is about that and appears on my mixtape Tall Tales, which is out. I also have my Dream series, starting with Nice Dream, which is like indie pop, followed by Love Dream, which is like love indie pop, followed by Speed Dream, which is kind of like a short story that I scored and did some voice acting for, followed by Daydream, which is like breakbeats and drum and bass, but it's also very orchestral. I did a lot of like orchestral arrangements for it that were very time consuming. And that's followed by Lush Dream, which is more like chill beats, laid back. It's a very long mixtape. It's got over 30 songs on it, but I think that's so that if people listen to it, they can kind of it can be background noise. It's very long, time consuming, chill music. And those are followed by 2 companion EPs named Quick Breath and Ego Death. Quick Breath being more of like the upbeat, poppy, house version, and Ego Death being the more ambient, sad, chill maybe isn't the best term. I've referred to it chill in the past, but I think chill is better referred in regards to Lush Dream. I think that Ego Death isn't necessarily chill as much as it's just ambient and emotional. And those are all available on Bandcamp, SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Google Play, Amazon MP3, Tidal, Groove, Deezer, Pandora, Napster, and YouTube, along with Quarantunes, which is a YouTube exclusive. Jevely says, in New York City, you can transfer for free from the subway to the bus if it's within a time frame of the first swipe. What's the time frame, Jevely? Hit me. What's the time frame? I'm curious. Omni wants to know. As far as news, guys, it is Thursday. There's a political debate today. If you want to watch it, do it. If you don't, don't. One of the interesting things about today's debate is that for the first time, candidates will be able to be muted, which honestly, I don't know why we're just now adding that. I don't know why in 2020, things had to get so bad that it's like a trend. It's a trend where things have to get so bad for somebody to go, hey man, I think we can actually fix this, right? Like, it's a simple fix, right? I don't understand. I haven't been watching debates for a very long time, right? What was the first debate I watched? I think the first debate I quote unquote watched, I didn't really watch it. I was like in the room when my parents were watching it, and I was like in the room playing my SP, and I remember looking and my parents having like reactions, and it was John Kerry versus whoever maybe George Bush, George W. Bush versus John Kerry, and I remember just being like, I don't know anything about what these guys are talking about, like like the words they were saying, like people, my parents were having these reactions. I'm just like, man, I don't know any, like the taxes, I don't know, the military, I don't know. What does this got to do with me? I was very non-political when I was younger. Anyways, looking at debates, there's always people talking over each other, interrupting and stuff like that. And in my brain, and I'm sure in a million brains, and a million bright brains across the country, everybody was like, why don't they just mute them? Or like, why don't we have a moderator that actually like moderates? I don't know. Like, it just felt so weird that that wasn't happening. Anyways, now I guess they finally they realize that they can mute a mic, and so we'll see how that goes. But man, it shouldn't have taken this long. It shouldn't have even had to have been a rule that was broken. I feel like if you don't want like kids to get in the kitchen, you put that little gate up, so that the kids can't get in there. Even if the kids like will behave, it's like, I don't want to take any chances. If you don't want somebody to talk over another person, you just mute them. Even on like Zoom calls, I'll like mute my mic if no one's talking to me. Not necessarily because I'm afraid I'm going to interrupt them, but I just don't want any of the noise around my neighborhood or my bedroom to like encroach upon their saying. It's such a simple, you click the mute thing. I don't know why it took us this long to get here with debates. Anyways, we're here now. There's a debate tonight. They have a mute function. I'm going to watch the debate tonight. That's part of news. Not necessarily for this stream, but that's part of the news. Also, since today is Thursday, that means tomorrow is indeed Friday, which means tomorrow is a 6-hour long production stream. If you have not been to a production stream before, I recommend it. They're a lot of fun, and they're long, and they don't look like this. I use OBS for that stream, so it's a little bit of a cleaner looking stream. And I'm able to answer and show people the answers to a lot of more in-depth and tricky questions that people have about songwriting and production. And also, I'm doing like Plunder Phonics right now, so if you have any samples that you want to send in, I have a Discord server for it. You can like recommend samples. You don't even have to like have the MP3 on hand to send to me. If you just like send me a source, I'll usually be able to rip it. Or if you do want to record something and send it, which is preferred but not exclusive. If you want to record something and send it, that would be also be really cool. Some people have done that. Cyber namely has done that, and is now on a song that I'm working on pretty frequently in the production stream. So if you do want to submit something, try to do it before 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. So I'll have time to actually incorporate it. Try to do it before the end of the night, actually. So I'll have time to incorporate it. Let me catch up on the chat really quick before I continue news. It's on the channel. That's a problem, says Buzz Buzz. I agree with you, Buzz Buzz. They just mute a man. I think the middle school teachers could have been a good moderator for the debates. I actually agree with that. Good moderator for the debates. Waiting for a candidate to pull out the megaphone when they get muted. Says Umbe, this is funny. I like this. I'm legitimately scared that someone is gonna act up and walk over to the other mic. Yes, please record it though. As Cyber says, please record it. We can record a sample for you. Oh. Interesting. Yeah, I guess Lindsay's been away for a while. Yeah, that's what we're doing now. Wow. Wow. Yeah, Lindsay, Cyber's in a song now. My body's turning on me. Cyber's in a song now. Word up. Thanks, Liana. I appreciate you. I'm glad that you got to stay too, Jesscat. Your name is so a thing that it's hard to forget you. And so when you do pop into the stream again, it's like for better or for worse, I notice your absence, when you're not around. And so, but when you are around again, it actually really is nice. So I'm glad that you were able to make time for it today. Um, this is true. This is true, Jazz Cat Galaxy. On a more lighthearted spirit of muting, yesterday I was going through Twitter because I don't really like look at Twitter, but sometimes people will DM me on Twitter, and like people that don't text me. Like there's a certain few people that only talk to me through Twitter DMs. He used to be one of these people, and so sometimes I'll check back just to make sure that Mushba or Eddie or something like that hasn't gotten back to me. And I realize like I have you ever mute somebody and then you forget why you even muted them? You're like going on and you're like, oh, I just assumed that they hadn't like posted anything in a long time. Turns out I had them muted. I have a lot of my homies muted. Anyways, well, I'll definitely send a little melody. I have a bunch of voice memos I can record. Word up, Lindsay. Especially one proclaimed to be a leader of the free world, says Liana. Yes, it's a problem to have to mute a president. We really did it. We really made it here. This is why I'm paying attention, guys. This is why I'm paying attention. Stuff is happening, and I don't want to be the old man that some kid stops. I'm walking out of a CVS with my, I don't know, the medication that I need to take for my new robot knee. And I don't want the kid to say, where were you when freaking Gundam Bezos became king of the free world? And I'll say, I don't know, man. I was freaking playing Genshin Impact. Debate tonight, though. All right. Anyways, the last bit of news is, yes, the production stream is tomorrow, but for anybody that's newer or doesn't really understand how the streams work, that is the last stream of the week. I only stream on weekdays, so tomorrow, even if you are only able to pop in for 5 minutes and just say hey or something like that, I do really appreciate it. The production stream is very long, so you don't really need to worry about coming in late. And it happens for 6 hours, so even if you come in from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., there will be stuff. There will be stuff for you to see and participate in and engage with, hopefully. Speaking of kids talking, which is a very, very, very liberal segue, Liana, but I'll allow it. Speaking of kids talking, a kid asked me recently if I worked at the burger place because I wore a diner shirt. They also asked if I was 18. What's burger place? I don't like it when kids talk to me. I don't like it when kids talk to me. But I'm sorry this happened to you, Liana. It sounds very awful. What burger place? Sorry. Nation's Giant Burgers? Is it like a novelty shirt or is that an actual place? Is this like one of those Urban Outfitters shirts that says like Freddy's Best Ice Cream and it's like pre-faded? Is it like one of those? I do like talking to the Howling Neighbor kids though. But that's because I feel like I don't want to say why I like talking to her. One reason why I like talking to her is because she's the one that made the Gucci album art. So I feel like in this weird way, I feel like that's a good collaborator. And the second reason why I like talking to her is because I feel like at one point, one day, I've talked to you guys about that man that lived in my apartment complex that he sold us his games and he just disappeared. He seemed pretty cool, but one day he sold us like Final Fantasy VIII and he sold us his memory cards, and then his apartment was just empty and the front door was wide open and we never knew where he went. Like me and my friend Anthony, we never really figured out what happened to him or where he went. I hope he's okay. But anyways, there were so many people like that when I was a kid. There was an adult where it's just they did something and you remembered one small thing that they did and then they kind of left your life forever, and it was man, I wonder what happened to that guy. And I want to be I want people, I want the kids in the cul-de-sac, instead of being oh, there's that one dude that just played piano and existed in a window and he waved at us, but he never really He never really like said anything nice to us or engaged with us or like gave us anything cool or participated in like neighborly things. I feel bad because I feel like I talk to like all my adult neighbors, and then the second like one of the kids comes up, I kind of just like look at them and then walk away. And I don't want to like I don't know, because what do you say to a kid? Especially a kid that's like in like quarantine times. They don't even have school. I can't even pull the house school thing. I kind of just have to look at them and go like, oh, what are you into now? What you know? Anyways, it's an East Bay staple, says Liana, talking about giant nations, giant burgers. Word up. I haven't spent enough time in East Bay. Hey, Liana, is Dublin considered East Bay? Is Gilroy considered East Bay? Don't answer that. I'm making jokes now. These are Bay jokes, guys. Hey, guys. Never mind. Okay, my biggest fear is to be the weird old guy that creeps kids out. Yes! Here's the thing. I can't, the stream's over, but the line between weird old guy that creeps kids out and the line between negligent ghost who never interacts with them, like, because I can remember being a kid and I can remember looking at adults who, like, didn't say anything to me, and I just assumed those adults hated me. Maybe I have a problem and that's like a weird thing with me, but there was a lot of people, even like family members, that were just so much older than me that when they came around, they didn't really like talk to me or engage with me. So I just kind of got in my head that I was like, oh, that dude doesn't like me. When he comes around, now I like go in my room because like screw that dude, and I don't want to be that guy. Um, but yeah, you also don't want to, nobody wants to creep out kids. I have a new job coming up, so that means I can be more active in the morning. Oh. Oh, do you usually just sleep through the stream? I don't know what. I don't know why you don't come in the stream. I just assumed that you were working. I don't mind kids. I also don't know what to say to them, says Lindsay. Word, but I'm sure they'll remember you if you watched a whole movie with them. Yeah. Yeah, this is true. This is true. There's boys in the cul-de-sac. I mean, there's a bunch of kids, but there's boys in the cul-de-sac. And when I was doing House of Omni, I used to like play football with them and stuff because they were just like around, like just like throwing around a football and messing around. It was fun. And then they got to like an age where it was like not cool anymore. They were mostly on their phones and like TikTok and whatnot. So like now they don't really like do anything active, and I'm not gonna play Fortnite with them. Anyways, Gilroy's not even in the Bay though. Yeah, I know. That's the joke. Gilroy's just the little garlic cousin. I have a friend who lived in Gilroy, and every single day I would say, "Is Gilroy part of the Bay?" just to piss her off. Um, the Bay Area plays really fast and loose with what is and isn't the Bay. I had a Bay Area friend come down here recently who she did this thing that they all do. Everybody that I know in the Bay does, except for you, Liana, you're great. But everybody in the Bay does this thing where they go, how could you live in LA? Oh, LA's so gross. Everybody in LA is so weird. Ew. I hate Los Angeles. Couldn't be me. Not you living in LA. I'm up here in the Bay. Wow, Oakland all day, baby. And then they all kind of hit this weird wall where they'll talk to me and they're like, yeah, I'm thinking about leaving the Bay. It's just so bad up here. How's LA? And I never do like the petty thing of like, yo, don't you hate LA? I never do that. I'm always like, it's chill. Like here are the semi-affordable areas, but I never do that. And she did that to me last week, and I got a little upset. She was like, yeah, everybody in the Bay, it's falling apart. Everybody's working remote now, and I'm thinking of like coming down to LA. Like I've only been down here a week, and I've just been so much happier down here. And I was like, man, you were one of them. You were one of the people that like constantly trashed me for living here. LA and the relationship between LA and the Bay is so like hostile. I hate it. Anyways, also Cyber for what it's worth. I think you have actually been creepy consistently. If you perceive as creepy. I'm losing my mind, guys. I'm officially at the hallucinating the phase of like sleep deprivation. Um, LA is chill, says Liana. Hmm. I've experienced that a lot at yard sales. Maybe selling classics. Ooh. Jevely says I'm female and kids come up to me. Sometimes it doesn't happen as much anymore, but I always fear that their parents will think I was trying to lure them. I shouldn't laugh at that, but like, yeah, that's how I feel constantly. anytime I'm just like, if I engage a child in any way, like where I'm like, hey, how are you doing? I feel like I need to like start like walking backwards, like, oh, I shouldn't care how this kid's doing. Yeah, I don't know. Now I totally get. I feel like maybe it's a little bit worse now as far as like the adult paranoia with interacting with kids. But I now have a little bit more respect for some of the adults that were able to like interact with me when I was a kid, and it felt cool and chill. Because now I realize how difficult and like nerve wracking that can be to do. Hello, Theo. Welcome to the final moments of the stream. Um, the problem is there, and too many creepy people actually out there that being nice to kids can be perceived as wrong all the time. I agree with this, Cyber. Yeah, a few people ruin it for everybody, but I think this is so weird. This is not where this conversation was supposed to go. But like what I've done is I just do it in like group settings. Like if there's ever like just a group of kids, I never say anything to them unless there's like a bunch of adults around and I'm like, oh okay. I don't like say something or like I don't know, throw something at them. Okay, it's okay. My friends all left too, says Jevly. Yeah, what a nightmare. Okay, guys, this song is called. Why does that sound wrong? That's it, I think. Guys, does that sound wrong to you guys? What the heck? It even looks weird. Hmm. This song's called Hush Hour. It was named after a particularly quiet hour in Hong Kong. Did I tell you guys about that, the chow mein I had when I was in Hong Kong? It was free, it was complimentary at the hotel that I was staying at. One of the main reasons I was in Hong Kong for a really long time is because of the strikes. The airport closed and I couldn't fly home, so the airport paid for me to stay at a hotel. And I went to the hotel with, a cab driver that didn't speak English. And I remember getting to the hotel, and the cab driver looks at me, makes eye contact, and points at me and says a lot in Chinese, some Chinese language. And I say, okay. And I tried to hand him my debit card, and then he said more things louder this time, sounded kind of angry, and pointed at me again. And then pointed at the hotel. And I said, oh, okay. And I got up and I like slowly walked to the hotel and I kept looking back at him because I didn't know exactly what was happening. What was actually happening was I was supposed to go into the hotel and tell them, hey, my cab driver's outside, and the hotel was then going to take down my name and everything and the voucher that the airport gave me and then go out to the cab driver and pay him. Didn't know this though. So I went inside the hotel and I tried to give them my card, and they shook their head and then said something in a language I didn't speak, and then I gave them my boarding pass and then the voucher. And then they gave me a room key and they said, this is your room. It's on this floor. And I was like, but my man is out there. What about man's? That drove me all the way over here in the rain. I think he wants something. And so I went back out to the guy and I looked at him and he was just looking at me. And I like knocked on the window and he kept going like this. And I was like, oh, okay. Hmm. You really got to go to Hong Kong one day, guys. It's beautiful. Hey, what's up, Jaime? The song's called Hush Hour. It's the last piece that I play in the stream. Just in case anybody else was late or anybody showed up like after the stream, just remember it does start at the same time every day, 9 a.m. Tomorrow is 9 a.m. Tomorrow it's going to start at 9 a.m. The stream is going to be a little bit longer, so even if you show up at 11:30 or 20, like some people are right now, you still will have plenty of stream left. But um, it was great. Hong Kong was great. Please go. Beautiful, beautiful place. Beautiful people. Everybody's so great. Everybody's great if you're in a good mood, I guess. And I wasn't one of those. I too wish I was able to leave the country again one day. Yes, we would all like to get out of here, wouldn't we, Umbe? Some of us permanently. Hope you finish your work and get good rest, says Liana. Thank you, Liana. Your care for me is invaluable. I appreciate you. I appreciate all you guys. Hopefully I finish the work because my body hurts. My body hurts and it's breaking time. Yeah. TLDR, go to Hong Kong. Come into the stream tomorrow. I will be doing production for 6 hours, hopefully after being well rested. I think that covers all the news. I talked about all the releases. I talked about what's going on today. Just I want to press this again. If you have samples you want to give for the production stream tomorrow to be used in FL Studio live on stream, put them in the sample server that's in Discord. The Discord link was posted earlier. Just join the Discord and then post them in the sample server. Quick disclaimer though, do not post actual songs on the server. I don't necessarily want songs. Songs are protected by copyright law. I also don't necessarily want you to play drums and record it and put it in. Although I understand this might seem finicky, there is a very slippery, no, I'm not going to say slippery slope, there's a very fine line. There's a very fine line, and I know where it is, and some of you guys might not know where it is. There is a fine line for me between providing samples, which is what Cyber did, and artistic collaboration, which is what some people are trying to do. Don't necessarily send me songs or song ideas you have. And it's not that I just don't want to work with anybody, but if I take, let's say Cloudless, and all of their sweet helpfulness sent me a chord progression or a lead line on a guitar, and then I take it and use it, that in my mind is now a collaboration. It is a musical collaboration. Cloudless came up with a musical idea. I came up with a musical idea, and I'm putting them together. And if I do that, I am opening up a huge chasm of all of the people that like Instagram DM me going like, we need to make a song together, bro. And I say, I only really want to make songs with like the people I want to make songs with. You guys know who I want to make songs with. I want to make songs with like freaking Ehi. I want to make songs with Mia, like artists that I am around with a lot and like understand more on like a on a level. You know, I've talked about how working with other artists on art is a very intimate thing for me. It's like it's very it's a very intimate thing that I need like to have all kinds of weird like connections and chemistry with that other artist in order to do. I can't really just work with anybody, and so just keep that in mind when sending the samples. I would for example, I would much rather have a sample of you reading the back of a cereal box than I would like to have a sample of you playing tuba. Both are very, very good and valid, but um, I just, you know, I'm trying, I'm trying to walk the line, and if I go over it, it gets really messy. If I take one, yeah, right, Cyber. If I take one, I have to take all, in the spirit of equality. And guys, I can't take all. I can't take all. I can already see it. I can already see the argument playing out where somebody says, Omni, collab, baby. And I say, nah, I don't really do that. And they're like, man, you got this song with Cloudless. Like, I saw that you made a song with Cloudless yesterday. And then I have to go, you got me, bro. So, please, guys. I wish it was canon. Would sound fonts be okay? Says Jaime. Sound fonts, I would prefer it be an MP3. If I would prefer it be an MP3. I don't really necessarily want a sound font. My computer right now is sick with sound fonts. It's got too many. I need to get rid of some. I would prefer it just be like an MP3. I feel like the longer we do this, the more rigid the guidelines are. But I would prefer it to be an MP3, just a sound wave, you know, that I can chop and do with whatever. Did you happen to see that video I tagged you in a few days ago? Oh, did you tag me in a video? I may not have seen it. I apologize, Cyber. The past 3 days has been a whirlwind. Leona says that ain't me. Dope. Jazz gets out of here. Thank you so much for being a part of the stream, and thank you again for playing my music for the kiddies. I do really appreciate that. That's nice. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week if I don't see you in the stream tomorrow. Whew. PY finished the math quiz. I hope you aced it, PY. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and get back to work now before I start fading. But thank you, everyone, so much for being respectful to me and being polite to one another. I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your Thursday and your weekend if I don't see you in tomorrow's production stream.